Hello and welcome. Welcome back
Welcome back.
to episode 13,
13.
Lucky 13 of the Married with Media podcast. It has been many months.
It's been 7 months.
Holy shit.
So our last episode was, I think, last May or June. I think it was June. It was right
Oh
after
my
we saw Final
gosh.
Destination Bloodlines.
Wow.
And we talked about social media and consumerism.
Okay.
And that was the last podcast that we did.
Wow.
So
Yeah, it feels like it's been a while, but I don't know if it feels like 7 months while.
yeah,
time
we
is-
started this last January, and as we're recording January 31st, I'll probably put this out February the 1st is when you guys will see it. So yeah, we started it over a year ago,
Yeah.
and now we're back
Yeah.
for episode 13.
We I think we had kind of, as we went along, we kind of decided that we were just going to kind of save it for some like more topic related discussions, more
Yeah.
niche topics, I guess.
And we could talk about that a little bit. I would like to get back into doing it more on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Maybe don't set ourselves up for failure twice a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Where we can do like a wrap up video like this, where we're going to talk about just everything, just blankets, all the
Right.
January movies that we watch. We can do that every month. And then maybe another one where we talk about like some topics, popular topics, news bits, things like that.
Yeah. So, I have had like a couple of people, reach out and say they missed the podcast. So even though we hadn't really, I feel like, got it going too good, got too much momentum with it.
And this obviously this isn't the setup I'm super happy with.
Yeah.
I would like to get a more professional look. But this we're just this is what we're working with right now.
This is what we're working with right now. That was always kind of a thing too. Just how we envisioned it, and stuff like that. So anyway, we're here though. We are back. And like you said, today we are going to be just talking about everything that we have watched in January. Because although we have done quite a few reviews this month, there is still so much that we do not talk about. And so this will be the spot for that.
We watched an unusual amount of movies this month.
Yeah, it's funny because, shout out, if you don't follow our page on Instagram, make sure you do that, but it's at Married with Media. And then of course yours is
Mid-Level Media.
At Mid-Level Media.
Yeah.
But I run our Instagram, and the theme for this year for us is definitely like getting back into the theater. In the past, we have kind of just lost our love for the theater just because of several bad experiences, and also it just being difficult for us to get to the theater.
Yeah.
But now that our kids are getting older and our son is old enough to watch our daughter and we feel comfortable with it, it's kind of opened up this whole new world again for us.
Yeah.
And so it's been really fun to just, without having to plan a legit babysitter. We now have a built-in babysitter.
I mean, it's been a game changer, really.
Yeah.
Because now we just slip away, we go to the movie theater, and then we come back home. Whereas before it was a lot more difficult. So you're investing a lot more time. And if you had a bad experience or a mediocre experience at the theater, it's like, oh, why do we even waste our time doing this? It's like we got to drive 20 minutes to drop the kids off.
Yeah.
20 minutes to get back, or 50 minutes to get to the theater, 50 minutes to get there to pick them up, 20 minutes. It's just a 4-hour ordeal.
So long story short, we both kind of, you were on this page first. You were like, I'm going to see all the movies, and this is going to be the year that I just like see all the movies that I can. And then like, I guess like your enthusiasm, like kind of wore off on me.
I was hoping that it would.
Yeah. And I was like, you know what? Like, let's get back into the theater. Let's try it. And it has been really fun. And I feel like we had a really good month for January. And like you said, we've been watching lots of stuff at home. I do worry about like burnout, especially
Yeah,
for me.
I started hard, but I
Yeah.
had a goal. I was like, I'm coming out of the gates strong, and I
Yeah.
saw 10 movies in the theaters. As of right now, I'm hoping to squeeze one more movie in tonight, but I've seen 68 movies this month.
Tonight? What?
68 movies.
You
If
mean
we
like at
got time.
home?
At home, yeah.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not going to the theater.
I was
No.
like, what? Yeah, so definitely a high volume month for sure.
Yeah, almost double what I usually watch
Right.
in a month. I went hard.
Yeah, so anyway, all that to say, we are here to chat about everything that we've watched as a whole. I do want to give just a little disclaimer that we do watch things separately as well.
Yeah.
And so that kind of always gets a little
well, I won't be talking
muddled.
about anything I watch on physical media, like from my channel.
Yeah.
But I did watch some things on streaming without you. And of course, I saw some stuff in the movie theater without you as well that I'll briefly mention because I've talked about those movies on my channel and in other ways as well.
Yeah. You guys have heard me talk. I watch a lot of like true crime stuff on my own, just like documentaries and things. I do watch some limited series. And so if we have time, I might mention a few of those.
If you logged everything that you actually watched, like all the documentaries, like you would probably blow my numbers out of the water. You probably watched 90 documentaries and 85 limited series in the month of January.
I do watch quite a bit just because I work from home. And I do have the advantage of the luxury. I do have the luxury of being able to watch things while I work. With the type of work that I do, it's just doable for me. So I'm pretty thankful for that. But anyway, all right, let's get into it.
Well, let's get some other stuff out of the way real quick. I assume you're going to upload this on Spotify.
Okay.
Again?
Yes, I'm probably going to have to refresh my memory about how to do this because it has been a long time.
Also, don't forget to like this if you're watching on YouTube, subscribe, all that good stuff.
But yeah, this will be on Spotify and Apple Podcast, as well as YouTube. So
okay.
Yep.
So like I said, I wanted to use this as kind of this is also, I think, an inspiration for us to get back to do the podcast because we had so much to talk about. It's like if we try to do a video for this, it's just going to be way too much.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to use this as like a catch-all. I know sometimes you're against like retreading ground with movies. You don't want to re-talk about stuff, but
correct.
I'm like, okay, I want to talk about everything we watched in the month. Maybe somebody didn't see her because we did a few out of theater reactions and things like that.
Oh yeah, we did quite a few.
Then we can briefly mention it, but if you want more in-depth thoughts, we'll point to whatever review that we did on the channel. But the first thing that we watched in 2026 in the month of January was the finale of a TV show that we really haven't talked about on the channel at all. So I wanted to kind of briefly talk about Stranger Things season 5.
Yes.
Because the finale, they did count it as a movie on Letterboxd, and I did log it.
Yeah.
And I did not really enjoy Stranger Things season 5 as a whole.
Right.
But I did think the finale was pretty good.
Yeah.
I thought they stuck the landing with that.
Yeah. Agreed. We were, pretty much hating on the new season.
I was about done. I was like, I don't even know if I want to watch the episodes that drop on Christmas Day.
Yeah, it just wasn't great. And just this whole, there's been talk of just how Netflix likes to make movies for dummies. They're assuming that you're not.
We'll talk about.
You're not paying attention while you watch it, so they're like reiterating the plot constantly, and just it makes the dialogue, very awkward and weird and not fitting. And so anyway,
well, this in particular was just exposition. Let's come up with a plan, explain the plan 500 times, and then rinse, wash, repeat.
Yeah. So. And they were, and all of a sudden they were just really smart in like physics and stuff. But yeah, like you said, luckily though, the finale really turned it around for me. And, I even got emotional. I thought it was a really good, like, wrap up finale ending to the show.
Yeah.
I thought it was, it hit those emotional beats and definitely made me, feel a little, that bittersweet.
Yeah, it was one of the rare
Um,
times, I can't think of another, honestly, where the whole finale or the whole season, I'm just like, "Oh my god, they're just gonna crash and burn with this
yeah,
show," and then
yeah,
right at the last second, it's like, "Okay, you all kinda saved it."
yeah. It was
Well done, 'cause really wasn't expecting that.
right. Me either. Yeah, it was strange, but yeah, I don't know. I thought that the finale was really good, and it worked for me. So,
Yeah, the ending was perfect when he closes the door on the basement, it just yeah.
mhm,
Yeah, I mean, we had been watching that show since 2016, we
yeah,
came in as soon as it started, so, I mean
yeah.
alright, so that's Stranger Things season 5 finale, then we watched Strange Harvest, which was I mean, you half watched it,
Thank
I
you for
guess.
that. Thank
This
you.
is a serial killer, mockumentary that's you just hate these things because you watch so many real true crime documentaries, and you can just pick up on some of the things that are fake, and they
Yeah.
wouldn't do in an actual documentary, and stuff that I don't pick up on, so
Or
I enjoyed it.
this sounds like sick and demented, but the fact that I know it's not real just like takes me out
Yeah.
of it.
I wish because there was a second in the beginning you were like, "Is this real?" And I
Yeah,
wish I would have said yes.
I
And
think I would have
I would have,
known,
and I would
but
have seen if you would pick up on if it was fake or not.
yeah.
So, I
Um,
liked it. It was pretty brutal. It was pretty visceral. Like, there was moments where I was like, "Oh, this feels kinda real,"
yeah,
even though I knew it wasn't real. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. It gets a little supernatural and stuff as you go,
yeah.
and I enjoyed it.
I don't know what it was. I just I didn't like it at all, and I checked out probably halfway through it. So
Yeah, you did. So next up, I watched Marty Supreme in the theater. I enjoyed it. I've talked about it before. So we'll move on. We watched Novocaine together,
yeah,
which is a movie starring Jack Quaid,
yeah,
and I did not like this movie at all.
yeah. This movie was I don't know. I thought I had heard that it was good or something.
I feel like people were saying it was good.
Yeah, I don't
This is
know.
on Amazon Prime, by the way. I'll try to point out where this stuff is available to watch
Oh, okay.
during.
Yeah, I don't know. I did not care for this one at all either. I just thought that the character that Jack Quaid was playing was just really,
I just don't like Jack Quaid. I
yeah,
don't know what it is. I love his dad. I love Dennis Quaid,
right.
but it's like every time like I keep trying to give him another chance.
Hmm.
Like Companion, I thought was okay, but
Yeah,
honestly, like he brought that movie down for me. He's like the weakest part of Scream 5. I
right.
just feel like he's like shoved in our faces.
You think?
I watched The Boys, and I really feel like the reason I just don't want to return to it is because of him. Like he's like my least favorite part of that
Yeah,
show.
those damn
Um,
nepo
I
babies.
don't know what it is. Like
Yeah.
he seems like a good guy. Like I don't have like a problem with him. It's just I can't get into him like when he's on screen.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's just kind of annoying.
Yeah, I just I don't know. Honestly, I can't remember. I do feel like there was something about the movie that was annoying me, but I can't think of it
Well,
right
the
now.
whole premise is he doesn't feel pain, but
Right.
it's like you're still getting hurt and you're still bleeding. So
Yeah.
wouldn't you still like,
Be at risk for
slow
dying and stuff.
down
Yeah.
or get infected or pass out because you lost so much blood?
Right. Yeah.
Like I don't feel like they do a good enough job like really explaining the rules of his condition
Yeah.
and then sticking to it. But maybe that's not the point. Maybe it's just
Hmm.
supposed to be fun and he's getting hurt a lot and that's funny
Yeah.
and you're not supposed to think about it.
Yeah.
But I couldn't help but think about it and I just thought it was
Well,
stupid.
it was definitely one of those movies where it's kind of like this guy who is not equipped to be in this situation is in this situation.
Yeah.
And he's by the end of it, you're supposed to just be like, look at him, like he's a baddie. I don't know. It was just yeah.
And he's just not he just does not have that demeanor or persona, that badass persona. So I just can't buy into it.
Yeah.
And he's pretty much playing the exact same he's the same character in everything.
Yeah.
Like he's no different anything that he's in.
Hmm.
Because he's like that in The Boys too. All right. Then we watched The Housemaid,
The Housemaid.
which we saw in the theaters, did a little short review. Do you have
Yep.
anything else you want to say about The Housemaid?
Yeah, I mean, I'll just say that I had read the book before we saw it, and unfortunately, I do feel like the book ruined my enjoyment for the movie. Just because like when you read the book, you pretty much know what's going to happen.
They did change a couple things though, right?
They changed a couple of things, but it wasn't like anything that, it's not like it was a new twist or anything. The story was still the same. And so with that kind of movie, like the twist is literally everything. You know what I mean? Like that moment where you realize.
Yeah.
And so me knowing that going in, like it just totally ruined the movie for me. So I didn't love the movie, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, to me, like I didn't know the full twist, but I kind of had an idea.
Yeah.
And I mean, you explained the whole plot to me, I think, one day.
Yeah, because I was reading.
But I didn't remember everything. To me, it just felt like a discount bargain bin Gone Girl.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of what it felt like because it kind of did that same mid-movie twist and just felt very similar. But yeah, it was fine. It was a fine kind of dark thriller. Then we watched Howl's Moving Castle.
Howl's Moving
Castle. Another one on our Studio Ghibli list that we knocked off.
Yep, we've been slowly working through those.
That's our fourth, I think. Or is it a third? Because we watched
Spirited Away.
Your Name. That was not Studio Ghibli.
No.
But I think we watched Spirited Away, Howl's Moving Castle, and My Neighbor Totoro.
Yes.
Totoro. Yeah. So we've seen 3 Studio Ghiblis.
Yeah. So far, Spirited Away is superior.
Yeah.
So yeah, Howl's Moving Castle, like it was fine. Beautiful graphics or cinematography, whatever you want to call it. And I think there's something in all of the movies that is like endearing or enjoyable,
Yeah.
The animated style is like just some of these like characters are just really like unusual and different, unique, whatever. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite for sure.
I do get the appeal.
Yeah.
But yeah. I didn't. It was okay.
I was really hoping that I was going to
get into it.
Yeah, I was really hoping I was going to get into it, just because I see that stuff everywhere. But unfortunately, I couldn't.
Yeah, I feel like they really, Studio Ghibli, they really love their old ladies.
They do.
They love turning people into old ladies. They love turning old ladies into things.
Mm-hmm.
And those are the themes that I've noticed.
And they like oversized heads.
They do.
With the old ladies.
Yeah, they do.
So
yeah, they do. Very, very defined features.
Yeah.
So Primate we watched in the theaters. We did an out of theater reaction, so you guys can check that out. That was a fun, monkey creature feature horror film. Greenland 2 we saw in the theaters, did a reaction. That was a good action, disaster film, I guess.
Yeah, it was
post-apocalyptic kind of.
It was kind of a downer. Like I don't, think I'll ever watch it again. But
yeah,
we definitely didn't like it as much as the first one.
I'll definitely go back and rewatch the first one. I wanted to try to rewatch it before we saw that one, but I didn't get a chance to. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I will someday. Who knows? People We Meet on Vacation. This is one you watched on your own.
Mm-hmm.
And that's on Netflix. That's
that
Netflix
was
original.
Yep, a Netflix release.
I guess you didn't think that I would want to watch that. Just watch it without me. Now I can't watch it by myself.
I guess
that's I can't watch a chick flick by myself.
I'm sure you can. Yeah, I read this or I watched this one just because this was based on a book, and Emily Henry is like a very big author in the book community. I have read one of her books, which is called Funny Story, and I did enjoy it. But yeah, they made a movie of this book, and because I'm like also not just in the movie world, but I'm also in the book world as well. I just felt like this pressure, not pressure, but just like people talking about it made me want to watch it, even though I hadn't read the book. So anyway, I thought it was a fine chick flick, as you say. I really bought, this was it's like a friends to lovers plot. I really bought into their friendship, but I didn't buy into their romantic chemistry. And so that took away a little bit of it, but I do think that it was it's a fun little story. So it takes place over like 10 years.
Was there any notable actors in it?
No.
Okay, nobody you'd ever really heard of before?
Nope.
Okay. All right. Next up, sorry, I keep losing my place on here. We watched Lurker. I can't even remember what this movie was about. This is somebody stalking
Lurker.
somebody on social media.
Yeah, this was like,
Or no, that would have been it. That would have been a more interesting premise. That's not actually what it was.
yeah, I mean, it's kind of though. It's kind of like this guy who was a really big fan of this musician, and he like befriends the musician
Yeah.
because he works at this like popular clothing store. The musician ends up coming in, and he's like trying to befriend him, and so of course it works, and they.
You made a good comparison. It's kind of like Saltburn, a little bit. That's kind of what he does in that.
Oh no, I was just saying that guy was in Saltburn.
Well, I mean, it's kind of the same thing though. Like he befriends that rich kid and gets
somebody
in
that
with him. But it's somebody he kind of. It's a premeditated thing.
True. Yeah.
So.
But these movies are not related, other than the one of the guys is in both of them. But yeah, it was definitely like an interesting. I thought that it could have been an interesting movie, but I guess it just didn't. It kept it a little bit more tame, I guess. It didn't like.
Yeah, it never feels like it goes for it.
Yeah, it doesn't go for it. I didn't hate it, but nobody is like. It's one of those movies where nobody's really likable, and but yeah, I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
This one I'm excited to talk about with you because I don't feel like we really talked about it enough.
Okay.
And that is Die My Love.
Okay.
With Jennifer Lawrence and Robert Pattinson. I actually really ended up liking this movie.
Yeah.
And when it started, I definitely wasn't sure.
Yeah.
But I liked the movie because like I got up one time.
And you were like, I don't know what's
I was like, okay,
next.
I think it's gonna be a slow moment now. And this is after at least 10 or 15 wild things that already happened.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I walk out, I hear this like glass shattering. I'm like, what the hell just happened? You're like, she just threw herself through the window. And I'm like, now I can't get up again for the rest of the movie, or I gotta pause it because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. So it felt like a movie that you have to like stay glued to.
Mm-hmm.
And because of that, like I was just engaged and interested in it the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So just a lot of really great visuals too. It was just very well shot. I like movies like this that are just very abstract and kind of focused on like the human condition and experience.
Yeah, this movie was definitely very interesting. I feel like, I was not hearing great things. It's very lowly.
Yeah. It's misunderstood.
It's rated very low. Thank you. And personally, I don't understand why. I think that it might be because people miss the point.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious that it's about, mental illness and, oh my gosh, what's the word?
Postpartum.
Yeah. Postpartum depression. I feel like that's pretty obvious.
But it does it in a more abstract way.
Yeah.
And also in a more like animalistic, like primal kind of way.
Right.
Where it like taps into emotions. I mean, I'm not a woman. I haven't felt this, but I think it taps into stuff that like you may be feeling, but it's the type of stuff you don't ever want to share that you're feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think
it's really raw, like just down and dirty stuff.
Right. Yeah. Like Jennifer Lawrence, I mean, she was great in this, and she was,
I think she should have been nominated for an Oscar, honestly.
Right. Yeah. She definitely gave her all on this. And I think that, like you said, it's like a very unfiltered, raw, just completely laying yourself out there, no holding back, just doing what you want, saying what you want.
Jennifer Lawrence on her hands and knees, crawling around in the grass, acting like a lion, masturbating in the grass while she's rolling around. This is the movie for you.
Jesus.
And Robert Pattinson's here too, but Robert Pattinson's he's very much a side character. I don't feel like he's in the movie, but he's kind of played as not an afterthought. He's just not the focal point.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah.
But he's good too.
yeah, so it was a very interesting movie for sure. Yeah, I ended up enjoying it too. So
Yeah, and that one's on Mubi, and so is Lurker. So if you've got Mubi, which we signed up for a free trial
yeah.
through Amazon Prime, so you can do that and watch a bunch of these movies that are on Mubi. Which, speaking of Mubi, we also watched Bring Them Down, which was a.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm trying to. I keep losing my place every single
Well,
time.
keep your finger on the screen so it doesn't
Well,
go
that's
away.
very hard to do. Okay.
Yeah, Bring Them Down. I remember hearing about this, you know, a while ago. But it has Barry Keoghan in it, and what's his name? Christopher
Abbott.
Christopher Abbott. And yeah, it's like set in the like, is it Irish or?
I think it's set in Ireland, but it's focused around a bunch of sheep herders and farmers.
Yeah, it's a very like secluded area. And yeah, it was definitely interesting. It's always interesting what they can make a movie about. But
the only thing I'll say about this one is if you're squeamish about like animal cruelty and death, this has one of the worst scenes when it comes to that I've seen I've seen in a movie.
Yeah,
one of the hardest to watch scenes, I guess.
Yeah, just tell yourself it's not real, you know. But
I hope it wasn't.
It is still difficult to watch that kind of stuff. But yeah, this one it was just kind of like family. What do you call it? Family. You know, when you're going at it with your family.
Yeah, it definitely taps into a lot of like family trauma. Things like that. Like there's things that happen in the characters' past. They don't really tell you exactly, like, because it opens up with
it's one of those movies
you're
where
in the
you're
POV
getting 2 different
of somebody.
Perspectives. Yes,
you're not exactly sure who you're in the POV of.
Yeah,
and then it presents you 2 characters who are 2 possibilities, and you don't know who's who.
Yeah, and you're kind of just watching this story unfold, and you're kind of like, okay, like who's really at fault here? Who should we trust? Who should we not? And then, you know, as with everyone has flaws and stuff. And so, yeah,
I ended up liking it quite a bit. I wasn't sure while I was watching it, but when it got to the end, I enjoyed the conclusion.
Yeah.
And thought
it's definitely one of those, like darker films to where when you're done with it, you don't really feel that great, but
no.
Yeah.
Then we'll finish our movie tour. I watched The Mastermind with the guy from Challengers. Do you know his name? Josh O'Connell, I think is his name.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
This movie was incredibly boring.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts off promising, like there's a heist, and then it just goes nowhere after that.
Gotcha.
And I guess like they were just doing something artistic with it, but I just thought that this one was kind of, I mean, it was like two hours plus.
Yeah.
And it's like, we got to quit making
gotta love it
2-hour plus movies with premises that only need like 90 minutes.
Right.
Which this one did not need any longer than 80 minutes probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, that I can't say I recommend it. There's some interesting things there. I really like the director because she did First Cow. Kelly Riker, I think is her name.
Oh, okay.
And I enjoyed that movie, so I was hoping I would enjoy this one, but I did not. I watched Black Bag, which is like a spy thriller kind of marriage romance drama kind of movie. It was okay.
Okay.
It was fine. I didn't love it, but it was okay. I also watched Caught Stealing on Netflix, which I enjoyed quite a bit. I think I did a short on my channel that's with Austin Butler. I thought that was really good, actually.
Okay.
I really enjoyed it. I think if I would have watched it before we made our top 10 of 2025, it might have been in there.
Really?
Because
I didn't remember you liking it that much.
Yeah, I really liked it. Really liked it. And then let's see, Roofman. There we go. We watched Roofman.
Which
is Channing Tatum, Kirsten Dunst, and that was interesting.
And you know,
it was another movie that was way too long.
What's the other guy's name from Game of Thrones?
Peter Dinklage.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't really like have high hopes for this one, but I was like thought that it was going to be decent. I knew that they were like throwing in some like nostalgic stuff. It takes place in a Toys R Us. We don't have those anymore. I was thinking it was going to have like a 90s.
I really loved all that stuff because they would show this wall of like Xbox games.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know, that just takes me back.
Yeah. I thought it was going to have
seeing Xbox, PS2 games.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I
You're like, I don't care.
I thought that the nostalgic stuff was going to play more of a role than it did, I guess. I don't know. Like it was there, but it wasn't like everything, I don't know. I didn't love this one. I know that this was based on a true story, but to me it just seemed extremely unrealistic, and there were just so many like problems I had with it, which obviously if it happened, it happened. I'm like, how did this happen? But anyway, yeah, and I don't know. I didn't love Channing Tatum in it. He's kind of like hit or miss for me. I feel like
I thought it started off good.
I
He's
feel like
charming. He's entertaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's when you get into the stuff with Kristen Dunst and the relationship and the romance. It's not that I don't think it needed to be there. They could have done, but they drag it out too long.
Right.
And I think it brings the movie down.
Yeah.
And I like Kristen Dunst. I think she's very good in the movie.
Yeah.
Like her accent's very good.
Yeah.
Like the little Southern, I don't know if it's Southern or not, but it's just like small town, kind of accent.
Yeah.
But this is another one. Again, you could have shortened this one to 90 minutes,
right?
A little bit tighter of a narrative. And
it just amazed me that like the stuff that he got away with. I'm like, how the hell is this happening? Like, yeah. So anyway.
Yeah. It was okay. We watched No Other Choice in the theaters, which was Park Chan-wook's latest, and we both really enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was
your favorite movie of the month that you watched?
I don't know. I guess, yeah.
You gave it 4.5 stars.
I did. Yeah, I don't know. It was just very interesting. Just very just lots of stuff going on with it. I don't know. Like
compared to some of the other Park Chan-wook movies we've seen, I think that this one's is most relatable and most accessible in terms of the themes.
Yeah.
The subject matter that it's tackling.
Yeah, I feel like it just had like a lot of stuff going for it. It was just so visually stunning.
Yeah.
And the story was intriguing. It did get a little drawn out, but that just seems to be a theme with Asian movies, I feel like.
Yeah.
They just love to, make 4-hour movies.
Well, we got another Park Chan-wook movie coming up,
right?
Where they drag it out even longer. But this is definitely my favorite that I've seen of him.
Yeah,
that he's done. And honestly, I think it's unfair because this to me is his Parasite.
Yeah,
and it's not even being recognized at all.
Right.
Not even in Best Foreign Film at the Oscars.
Yeah,
so I don't know what's going on there.
Very beautiful film. So.
Yeah. Then we watched The Rip on Netflix, which was kind of a mid-tier action, movie with I almost said Ben Stiller, Ben Affleck and Matt Damon.
We have a review for that, but this one surprised me.
It was okay.
I thought that it was pretty enjoyable.
We watched The Black Phone 2, and I should have learned my lesson with The Black Phone 1, which I thought was just okay. But I've been hearing people say the second one is so much better than the first.
I can't listen to anything.
And I'm like, oh my God, look, if you like the movie Skinamarink, this is very similar to that film.
Right.
I feel like.
Honestly, I think Skinamarink was better.
I like Skinamarink better because that was the gimmick of that movie. This just tries to inject that and do weird things with dream sequences and stuff. Which is kind of, I guess, stylistically, it's cool. But this movie just had no purpose. It had no reason to be made.
It did not.
The Grabber was not a supernatural character. They try to turn him into one.
Yeah.
And they try to do some like knockoff of Nightmare on Elm Street, and it just didn't work for me.
Yeah.
I did not like this movie at all.
Yeah, I didn't either.
At all. Then we watched Frozen, not the Disney movie.
Not Elsa and Anna.
The 2010 Adam Green film.
Yeah. So this one had been on my radar for a while. I feel like I had seen it
This was one of the first movies I remember seeing on Netflix when we got streaming back in the day. And I feel like we almost watched it, but something like kept us away from it.
Yeah, I don't know.
That would have been 2011 or something.
Yeah, I just like, and especially this time of the year with like the winter and stuff, like I feel like it pops up as like recommended and stuff. But I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I had heard some like good things about it. I don't think that it's rated bad or anything. And so I'm like, we've been getting lots of snow and it's super really cold here. And so yeah, we watched it one day. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty good. Like honestly, it gave me that like, 2000s feel, I felt like a teenager again.
There's nothing like it because we grew up in that time period, and that's when we got together. It's when we moved in with each other, got married. There's just something very nostalgic about that time period for us.
Yeah.
Same feeling I got when we watched the Final Destination movies.
Right.
There's just something about that time period. I enjoyed it too. There's a really gnarly kill scene in this movie.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the set piece of the film.
Yeah.
That is brutal to watch.
It really is.
Especially like when you factor in that they're watching it happen to him.
Yeah.
And that's like her boyfriend and then the guy's best friend. And it's like, it just, I don't know, it's very vicious and mean.
Yeah.
What the movie does to him.
Lots of good, like horror going on there. But
yeah, you know what is some not so good horror going on is Shelby Oaks.
Oh Jesus!
Which we reviewed on the channel and has to be one of our biggest videos.
Yeah, I mean, we knew like reviewing it would probably get some attention.
We did not review it negatively just to get attention. There were people in the comment section saying that.
Well, I kind of like knew that was going to happen as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, this movie was not great either. We talked about it at length in the review. So
I mean, this movie was on top of my we talked about this several times in the years leading up to it on our live streams.
Yeah.
I was looking forward to it. I was rooting for him and wanted to see what he had. This to me, it just felt like there was no excuse. Like it had been in development for like 3 years.
It was
and he had reshoots, big, production company coming in.
Yeah.
Neon, Mike Flanagan. It's like you should have been able to do something better than that.
It was just so flat and so boring. And yeah, it was just, and I wasn't like looking forward to it anyway, but I was expecting a little bit something.
I mean, I'll take bad any day of the week over bland, generic, and boring.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it at that because we got a bad movie we're going to talk about later.
Yeah.
Probably a couple.
Okay.
And I'll take those over Shelby Oaks any day.
Okay.
Next up, we got 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which I went to go see. I really enjoy this movie. If it wasn't for another movie we saw together, it would be my favorite movie of January.
Yeah, like you said, I did not see it.
We'll watch them.
So I mean, I had heard that it was really good. I heard it was better than the last one even, and yeah.
Yeah, lots of dongs on full display.
Darn, missed out.
Ray Fiennes also, his wiener was hanging out.
Really?
And yeah, full display.
Wow.
The amount of wieners in this movie, there's never been another.
I mean, I've seen the reels and stuff.
Well, the next movie, we got a lot of wiener movies to talk about today.
Yay for wieners.
The wieners are in full force now, I feel
the
like. The
wieners are making a comeback. It's about time.
But yeah, I really like this movie a lot. I liked it. I liked it better than well, I mean, you got Jack O'Connell, who is the villain in Sinners, and he's playing the leader of the Jimmies in this one. And he's just such a great.
You're talking about the Irish guy who sings? He's in that?
I didn't realize it at the time, but yeah, he's the villain.
Does he have blonde hair?
He has long blonde hair.
That was him?
28 Years Later. And then in Sinners, he's got the short hair. So he plays like two kind of iconic horror villains, or at least iconic for, today.
Mm-hmm.
But honestly, like him as the leader of the Jimmies, because he's like leading this clan, they're all named Jimmy. It's the same name.
Interesting.
He is awesome.
Wow.
Like I like his character.
I'm intrigued. I can't
better than Sinners, which he's great in Sinners too.
Yeah.
But and then Ray Fiennes is excellent as well. So yeah, just a couple of really great performances in that movie that kind of made me really enjoy it. The Ugly Stepsister.
Yeah.
is the next movie.
Man, it's funny because
you watch this on Hulu.
You had been asking us to watch this one for a while now. Yeah. And I just I was expecting it to be one of those kind of spoofs, like how they've been remaking Bambi and all those.
You thought it was going to be Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey?
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like that. I really did. I thought that it was going to be in that universe. And so, yeah, I didn't have.
It's not a part of the Pooniverse.
I didn't have high hopes. And then I originally didn't realize that it was foreign. What is it? Russian?
I can't remember. I thought it was Finland.
Okay.
But also it could be Norway. I get them confused because they're right next to each other, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, don't ask me about any world maps. But yeah, I mean, this one surprised me. I actually really liked it.
It didn't go in the direction you expected. You thought it was going to be more like a slasher movie. And this was straight, just extreme body horror. Yeah,
it was just, it didn't go exactly how I thought it was going to go, but maybe that was a blessing or a good thing. Yeah. A blessing in a movie. But yeah, I don't know. I thought that this one was really good. So I was happy that we watched it. And there are, in fact, a couple of wieners.
Some buttholes.
Some body fluids. Oh my gosh. I mean, so many the vomiting scene. Oh my God. Oh. So brutal.
It was a good month for vomiting scenes.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen The Ugly Stepsister, please watch it. I mean, it's
on Hulu.
It's crazy. Very enjoyable.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I didn't love it, but I thought it was pretty good. That actress was really good in it. Mm-hmm. Then we watched Code 3.
Code 3.
Which may be, I was on a hot streak because I was recommending these movies and you ended up really liking them. So then you started to trust me.
I did.
With picking movies, but yeah, Code 3. I was like, you want to watch Code 3? And you're like, oh, that looks so terrible.
I thought it was one of those generic, just
you see Dwight from The Office.
Straight to DVD. Can you even say that anymore? Straight to DVD, straight to Blu-ray. I don't know.
Yeah.
Or straight to streaming.
Straight to Walmart shelf. No, it's very much looked like a straight to Walmart shelves DVD that would just show up there.
And you didn't tell me until after the fact because I think you wanted credit, but you said that your sister had told you about it.
My sister did. If she's watching, sometimes she does. She has watched the podcast in the past. But shout out. Shout out to my sister.
Yeah, I just was not expecting a lot, but oh my gosh, I ended up really enjoying this one as well. I thought that it was just, I loved the way that they shot it. His character would break the, what do you call it? Third wall or fourth wall?
Yeah, definitely some Deadpool stuff going on where he's breaking the fourth wall.
He was breaking the fourth wall. Yeah, thank you.
Which this is Dwight from The Office, Rainn Wilson, and their ambulance drivers.
He's a paramedic. Yeah. Can't just call them ambulance drivers.
Well, paramedic.
He's a paramedic, and I mean, I can imagine if you are in that world, if you're a paramedic or you work in a hospital or anything, or a doctor, a nurse, any kind of caretaker. I feel like you would really like this movie. It seemed like it was realistic. I don't know. I guess
it's definitely over the top, but I think it taps into
just how brutal it is.
How brutal it is, how overworked they are,
and how underappreciated
they are. So
yeah,
I can see people doing that do that, probably resonating with that.
But it if I could say, it balanced the funny with the heart, the emotional, the seriousness, it balanced it perfectly for me.
Yeah.
It was really funny, but then the emotional things hit, you know what I mean? Sometimes
there's some real emotional gut punches. They're not afraid to people die. People that you don't expect to die.
Well, he just talks about all the brutal things that he's seen, children dying, just horrible things.
They don't shy away from the hard stuff that they go through.
Yeah.
There's not the traditional happy Hollywood moments and things in the movie.
But yeah, I mean, I highly recommend it. I think that it was just the great, perfect mix of
maybe the biggest surprise of the month, honestly.
Yeah.
When it comes to streaming movies, at least.
For sure.
Then I tried to maintain the hot streak and watch The Luckiest Man in the World. And
oh God.
You tapped out of this, but this was a guy. It was God, what is this actor's name? He was in Richard Jewell. He's in so many different things. Anyway, it's a guy. This is another one that's based on a true story, but he's on a game show and he memorizes the pattern. and he just keeps winning.
Yeah.
And they can't stop him from winning. And so they just keep going back to the people in the tower, and they're like, how do we stop him? And he just keeps it. It just feels like something that they could have shortened to like 45 minutes. Like there's just not enough there.
It was boring to me, and
it's like the whole movie feels like a montage, but it lasts for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't say I enjoyed that one either, but I watched it. Then I watched Return to Silent Hill and Mercy in the theaters. I did a video on my channel about these. I thought they were both okay, both fine. Then we watched The Smashing Machine together on HBO Max with The Rock, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Okay, and also Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt.
And
you really liked her in this.
I'm just going to say that Emily Blunt was the only thing that saved it for me. I thought that she was really good in it. I know you had said that people they had problems with her.
I think I had heard that, yeah.
For me, I felt like she was the highlight of it. I thought that this movie was just pretty boring.
I don't know Mark Kerr enough. I don't know the story of Mark Kerr.
Yeah.
I feel like they focus on this like very brief snapshot of his life. It's not like an entire biopic to where you can really learn about him and him as a character and a person. It's just they take this very brief moment in time. I feel like if you don't know enough about this person, it really just doesn't resonate.
It feels pretty like focused on his like drug use and drug recovery.
But they skate past that so fast.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it's almost an afterthought before it really gets going.
Yeah. But yeah, he was just a really interesting character because he's like this big old, wrestler or whatever he is.
I did think The Rock was very good. Like if that's how he talks.
Yeah.
I thought he was very good.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, it was funny because, he's playing this big old guy, but like, he's kind of like a more like timid, like very, like seemed
he's
like
very polite,
very kind,
very on the surface polite.
Yeah.
Where he's like polite in a way that's like, he can also be mean, but he's mean in like in a polite way.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. And then also I'll just say the only thing that saved it was that it has a lot of like Japan.
Yeah, it's set primarily in Japan.
In Japan, Tokyo. So that was cool, I guess. But anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't
I can see why it's not getting awards recognition.
Yeah.
I can also see why. I think The Rock's very good. I don't think he's Oscar good.
No, but, I don't either.
Yeah, I thought it was okay. I thought it was fine. Then we watched Columbus.
Oh Lord, what a
which was like watching paint dry.
And that one was on me. I'll take credit for it.
Prom? I forget.
I can't remember. I think Hulu. I think it was Hulu. Yeah, I don't know. That movie is so highly rated. I thought it was going to be just a very nice little indie
this
film.
This is John Chow from Harold and Kumar, right?
Yeah, and then I can't think of that one girl's name.
She pops up in a lot of stuff.
She's been popping up.
She was in The Edge of 17, which I really liked.
A season of The White Lotus.
Yep.
She just had a movie come out with Emilia Clarke. But anyway, yeah, this movie was so boring. I mean, it was pretty cinematography, but it was very boring.
Well, this director you pointed out directed After Yang, which is a movie we started but couldn't finish because it was so boring.
Yeah.
And it was like, what was the other one? The one he did recently. Oh, Big Bold Beautiful Journey.
Oh, yeah.
Which we haven't watched yet.
Yeah.
But I was like, we can't tap out of 2 films from this guy in a row.
Yeah.
Like we owe it to him to finish at least one of his movies.
Yeah, so he's had 3 films, and 2 films he's had Colin.
Colin Farrell was in After
Farrell,
Yang.
so.
Oh, I do want to finish that at some point.
Yeah, I mean,
I bought it.
It was interesting because the After Yang or Life After Yang is about like a robot. He has like a robot child.
That was back when I was buying every A24 movie that came out with a slipcover because I was into collecting those. And you were like, do you have After Yang? And it was just one of those cool physical media moments where I'm like, I actually do. I went down and grabbed it and popped it on Blu-ray player.
I mean, it sounds like a cool plot, but it was not doing it for us.
We watched Vivarium with Jesse Eisenberg and Imogen Poots.
What a name. Yeah, again, this was another like cool little plot, sci-fi. Is that what you call it? Just sci-fi? I don't know.
It was like a domestic sci-fi movie.
So this movie, basically the premise is this young couple, they are looking to buy a home together, and so they're looking around at homes. They come upon this place that is, opening up a new kind of like subdivision or whatever. And he's like, just come with me, take a look or whatever. And so they get there, and all these houses are green. They all look the same, very like Truman Show esque.
Kind of.
And I don't know, is it a, I don't want to ruin the plot, I guess. But
well, I mean, this is a 5-year-old movie.
Yeah.
Or 6 years. This came out during the pandemic. I remember when it came out.
Yeah. So basically the guy that's like showing them the house, like he ends up like leaving. He leaves them, and these people, they try to leave and they can't leave. They're just like stuck there. Just like they're driving around trying to find a way out of the subdivision, and it's just like a loop. And so
it's very much a commentary on, I guess, just domestication. Is that what you call it? Married life with kids.
Yeah.
You're stuck. You can't get out. Like, it's pretty on the nose. It's not very subtle.
Right.
With that stuff.
I will say I had to like look that up to like have it click for me.
Yeah.
And once I read someone talk about what the movie was, because I don't want to like go into everything because it'll, take away from it. But by the end of it, like I was not really loving it. It just like wasn't executing it. It just wasn't working for me, even though like on paper it should have, But it's like by the time I got to the end and I read like what they were really trying to say with it, I was like, holy shit, like that's actually pretty like deep and intense. Like even though it was on the nose, like it also was like very relatable, just like how we're programmed to just fall in line and do all of these quote unquote normal things, like find someone, get married, buy a house, have children, repeat, and so it's just very a play on that. And it's like, damn. That's like it's one of those like kind of depressing movies.
He's even doing a thing where Jesse Eisenberg's digging a hole for like the whole movie, like preoccupying himself. And I kind of read that as just like you're just digging a hole into yourself to kind of block out everything around you and just like retreat, I guess.
No.
Into yourself.
Well, that's not what it meant. Like you're literally burying yourself.
Well, you can read it that way too, but I read it the other way. Like he was just using it to occupy himself all day, almost like it was a hobby. And it's almost like a commentary on men with their hobbies and having to have something to do.
No, I took it as like the choices that we make.
Yeah, you can read it that
literally burying yourself. Like you're killing yourself. You're preparing your resting spot. Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah.
But I read it.
So I don't know, for that, like it definitely like boosted it up for me, but there was something that just wasn't clicking in all the spots for me though. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not, I guess, enough going on during it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Once I kind of got what it was, I don't know. Joyride we watched, which was a comedy with an all Asian cast.
Mm-hmm.
On paper, you should have loved this. On paper.
I mean, I did enjoy it.
Okay, yeah, it was fun.
I enjoyed it. I feel
very raunchy.
Yeah, it was very raunchy.
Which I had heard it was, which is why I wanted to watch it. I heard it was like the female Hangover.
Yeah, for sure.
Like another Bridesmaid, movie, but with an Asian cast or girls trip.
Worse. I mean, there's like threesomes, and I think you had got up at one point.
I took the dog out.
You took Tucker out,
all that stuff. So I
mean, yeah, there's a part where like the girl, she like she brings two guys back, and it like shows them going down on her. And yeah, it was definitely raunchier than I was anticipating. But yeah, it was pretty fun. I mean, it's a fun little just turn on and check out,
This will not be the only movie we talk about where Asians go down on each other.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, there was definitely a theme for this month. Jesus.
Yeah, it was a fun comedy. That one was on Hulu or Netflix. I can't remember. It was on one of them. A Joyride.
It was on one of them streaming services.
Okay, we can talk about it now. The Handmaiden we watched, which is a Park Chan-wook movie from 2016.
Yeah, so we've been trying to, work our way through his filmography.
I heard that this one was pretty spicy.
So I had heard that it was pretty spicy. If you want to get in the mood, something to pop on.
I'm gonna tell you right now, there is a love scene in this movie, unlike any I've ever seen before. Anything.
Yeah. This movie, I mean, it's basically a porno.
It's not. It takes a while to get
it's
there.
Like a classy
it takes a while to get there.
porno,
And then when
okay?
it first gets there, it doesn't really go all the way. And you're like, oh, that was it? But then it goes back and shows you again and goes more in depth. And it's like, oh my God.
Yeah. I
What's
mean,
going on here?
we're talking full on scissoring.
Scissor.
We're talking about like sex toys and balls being placed.
That was at the end. I think wasn't that the closing shot?
We're talking
metal balls into each other.
I just had no idea what I was signing up for. I was anticipating this to be more of a threesome type of situation. I thought it was going to be like, you know, the husband with his new I thought it was going to be the husband with the wife, and then they were going to end up inviting.
You thought this was going to be like the Housemaid.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be like the Handmaiden was going to get invited into the relationship kind of thing.
That is not what it is.
But that is not what it was. It ended up being.
Park Chan-wook is above that. He takes your expectations and he just throws them out.
Yeah, I mean, it's basically you know, a lesbian love story. But yeah, it's very explicit for sure.
Kind of like a portrait of a lady on fire,
which honestly, I never saw,
but way hornier.
Yeah.
Than that movie.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, some really good visuals. I appreciate
lots
things about it. It's a period piece. It's set in like the early 1900s.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's a Japanese lord that's trying to get a new wife. I forget exactly what the plot is.
Don't act like you know what the plot is. You're just watching.
But there's a lot of weird stuff. See, they set things up and then they don't give you all the information, and then they go back and try to give you the information.
Well, I will say,
they move so quickly in the beginning.
The way that they do the
no, the woman's the one that she's the royalty, and he comes in to suit her. And he sets up this handmaiden before he comes in.
Well, you don't want to tell the whole
to butter her up to accept him better. But then you realize anyway, I won't go any further.
Yes, like
the plot is very intricate.
It seems to be a theme with Park Chan-wook that nothing is as it seems usually. There's like, you think you've got to the twist, but then there's another twist. And like, you'll get these different perspectives. Like, the way that he told the story was just kind of unusual. Like, it was a little hard to follow, honestly. I was like,
and the twists are so like wild and intricate that you're always left wondering, like, how exactly does that work?
I feel like you have to, like, you can't miss anything, or you're going to be a little confused almost.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It moves very quickly in the first like 20 minutes.
But it was still, it's like I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it. But it was just like, by the time I was done with it, I was just like exhausted from.
By the time we were done, the last 45 minutes is like a porno, I would say.
Yeah.
And then the last shot is them rubbing balls on each other.
And I know this sounds like this sounds really bad, and this is TMI, but like it didn't even like get me in the mood.
Oh, really?
It just
I beg to differ. I remember that night. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my God. It just like was so.
No, I think that was the next night when we watched like something else we're getting ready to talk
about. It just like, it was just too much. It was just too much.
All right. So this is the one that I think got you in the mood. It was Bone Lake. While we watched the next.
Oh yeah, the incest. They really get me going.
Well, don't spoil it. Wow. Spoiler for Bone Lake.
Jesus.
Yeah, we watched Bone Lake on Netflix. And this was okay.
You know, honestly, I think
it wasn't what I expected. So I'll give it credit for that.
It was not what I expected. I think we were both kind of thinking that it was going to be like a, you know, Friday the 13th type of, you know, like camp.
I thought it was going to be more like The Rental. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
Where
I was thinking like they go camp somewhere. They're at a lake, you know, and there's a murder. But yeah, this was pretty different.
Two couples show up at a house. They're both booked at that house for the weekend.
They're like,
so
wait,
then
I
it's
was
like,
supposed to be here.
"Wait,
No,
I'm
I
supposed to be-"
was.
It's kind of like Barbarian. That's how that movie starts.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
But
for
I didn't
sure.
think that was going to be so intricate to the plot. I just thought it was going to be like something that happens in the beginning, and then we'll go from there.
That's how you get more like bodies involved and like just
Yeah.
yeah. So it was definitely like different than I was thinking. And I don't know, I was pretty intrigued with like what was gonna happen, but it just kind of the ending fell a little flat for me. But and yeah, I mean it's kind of gross. Like you know,
There's some good gore in it. You know, it takes a while to get there, but
well, I
once
just
it
meant with
does,
the
yeah.
but you said
If
that
you've seen Game of Thrones,
that
then
ruins it.
if you've seen Game of Thrones, and you won't flinch.
Mm.
Then we watched a couple of documentaries. One of them you'd seen before. One of them we watched for the first time together, but we watched Secret Mall Apartment,
Oh God,
which was not good.
I hated it.
Just a bunch of hipsters that create apartments in a mall, not to live, but to just show that they can do it and like stick it to the man. And then the person that's like in charge of doing it is
They did live there though.
well, he's doing it, but it wasn't like they didn't do it out of necessity. It wasn't like, oh,
yeah,
we
yeah.
need a place to live. It was just a place to
Right.
hang out.
Yeah.
And they weren't doing like devious things like trying to steal from stores and things like that.
Right. Like you said, they were just trying to
He
prove
was
they
treating
could
it
do
like he was an artist. He did like tape art, I think is what it was, which is so. I imagine that everybody that buys Criterion titles also does tape art.
I said, like, are they gonna like
It's like one of
paint
the
or
most pretentious forms of art. I feel like
Yeah, it was.
I'm gonna put tape up, and it's gonna be like a stick figure, and that's
Some
art.
people are gonna hate us, but anyway.
There were moments in this where I laughed out loud because it got so like.
I mean, these people, they are very eclectic. They are a very unique group of people,
Hippie,
for sure.
hipster.
But I was just very annoyed that they did this. I'm like, why? Like, can you please just go out? Well, then that gets into the Vivarium about falling in line and doing what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, well, at the end,
it's like, why don't you go get a real job? What are you doing building an apartment in a mall?
Well, this was an art piece in and of itself, like
right.
the actual like apartments, and
it's like, okay.
He's like, I'm sticking it to consumerism and all that stuff. Well,
and also it just kind of like it ended up being this like kind of political thing.
Well, yeah.
And I'm like, eye roll. I don't know.
Yeah, it wasn't very good. I was hoping it would be different.
Yeah, they ended up like saying that they felt like they got away with it because they were white, and it was just like it just felt so out of place and
it was
like
very virtue signaling.
Yeah, and it's just like, where did that come from? I feel like they came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
So
anyway, The Perfect Neighbor. I watched for the first time. You'd already seen before.
I'd already seen it, but you wanted to see it because it did get nominated for like best documentary.
It got nominated. This one was really interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know how in depth I want to get with it, just because you already had your butt handed to you in the comments section when you talked about it. Everybody was like, "What do you mean you could see both sides?"
Yeah, I definitely. It seems to be that I'm in the minority with it.
Well, when you're in a domestic situation, when you're a homeowner,
yeah,
annoying neighbors is a real thing.
Right. Absolutely.
And I'm not saying it's going to drive me to shoot anybody.
Right.
but maybe. I'm not as old as she is.
So, yeah, I mean, we have lived in subdivisions our whole relationship. Yeah. We've lived in 2 different subdivisions, and, for the most part, it's been okay, but both subdivisions have had annoying neighbors, annoying things. And yeah, that's just part of it. But I mean, just dealing with people in general is a challenge sometimes.
I just really like the way it was done, because it was done all through the police body cams.
Yeah.
And I felt like the documentary was balanced.
Right. I know.
It was just giving you the information, showing you the footage. And it may have felt like it was one-sided.
Yeah.
But I think that's just because it was from the police body cam footage, and the police were obviously biased.
Yeah.
Throughout I'm not saying bias after somebody got shot. Obviously, one person's in the wrong there.
Right.
I'm saying bias like leading up to it. Like,
right.
oh, she's just the crazy old bitch next door that's crying about the kids being too loud.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it just obviously what she did was wrong. Murder is never okay. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
And obviously this is like a racial thing. It was black neighbors and white neighbors. And so obviously that was a big thing about this documentary.
And I get that's the big thing.
Right.
But honestly, like when I'm watching it, I don't even really think about it like that much, because I'm just thinking about, okay, my point of view. I don't care if they're white,
annoying neighbors,
black,
right,
Mexican, Asian, whatever. Like an annoying neighbor is an annoying neighbor, and if kids are just running around screaming in your yard, like you're gonna get annoyed.
That's
to me, that wasn't a factor.
Yeah,
I don't think that was a factor for her at all.
Yeah,
honestly.
Well,
but it's what it got turned into, because that's what it was.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it just bothered me because
you were on team old lady. Don't lie.
I mean, it just like I said, obviously it's never okay to murder someone, and if she truly did kill this woman because she was black, then obviously that's not right.
Also, I was very confused. Like she just shot her door, right?
I don't know. That was still kind of
because the way you told it to me initially, she opens up the door and then shoots her in the face.
But then they made it sound like she shot.
Then it made sound like she was just like firing her gun at the door, which also it's like, well, she's on the other side, so you're probably going to shoot her.
Yeah.
So you know what you're doing.
But it seems.
But at the same time, it doesn't seem as bad,
right,
as just open up the door and pointing your gun at her face and shooting her in cold blood.
Yeah. But for me, it, like you said, it came down to just.
They add in the other angle of her. She took the iPad from the kids or whatever it was.
Well, apparently the kid left the iPad behind.
And she grabbed it.
And she took it.
So then it gets into, well, did she do it on purpose because she knew she would provoke the mom to come over
so
to be able to shoot her?
Right.
And then she could use the whole stand your ground defense.
Right. Because they were
I just
Florida.
don't think.
That she thought it through like that.
I don't think I don't know. I just don't.
Obviously, only she
just
knows
from what
that.
I saw of her in this documentary, which is all I know.
Yeah.
I didn't see her have that. I don't know. I just didn't see her have that thought process.
Right.
But people are very manipulative, and you can never really tell, honestly.
Right.
So
but
it's just very interesting because it's one of those things where I was just very conflicted on it. Yeah.
Like for me though, like I feel like even though, yes, you could say she was annoying, like she was being a Karen or whatever, by constantly calling the police, like she still did what she should have. Like she called the police. She didn't take it into her own hands, And I mean, this took place over like 2 years or something, just like constant, like they just won't
but
stay
then you could
off.
argue by the end of it, she did take it into her own hands.
Right.
If what they're trying to spin is true.
Yeah.
She took the tablet to provoke the mom to come over.
Right. But for me, it's just like I don't like how no one, because it is like a color thing, black versus white, essentially is what this is.
Yeah, that's what it
a racist thing. I don't like how no one can sympathize a little bit that she had possibly been provoked to her, just had been pushed and pushed.
The police
and pushed
were totally just trying to pacify her the whole time. Like they were not trying to solve the problem at all.
No. Yeah.
They were playing like they were friends. Like, oh man, yeah, I know. She's just, that old grumpy bitch over there. We get called over here all the time. Just try to, if you can, maybe, keep your kids off from over there.
Yeah.
Playing in her yard or playing across her yard or whatever.
Like you can't tell me. I don't care if those kids were black. I don't care if they were white. I don't care if they were Asian. I don't care what they were. Little kids can be little shits no matter who they are. And you can't tell me that those kids did not go over there and provoke her 100%. I have no damn doubt that they went over there.
I don't know. They were small kids. They weren't like teenagers, right? Or
they
11,
were like, they
12,
ranged. Yeah.
10. I don't know. I don't feel like they were super insidious about it.
But we talked about it. You don't think that they went over there
They were
and they
probably
were like,
annoying.
and
Yeah,
like
probably, but
like they were saying that they would run up to her window and then like she had a truck and they were trying to put their dog in the back of her truck. Like that is fucking annoying. Like I'm sorry.
But that to me is plain. But it is something something needs to be done about it. But I do think it's plain at the end of the day for kids. But it is also annoying. It's just a very interesting documentary. Like
you're going soft.
We just had a full on, discussion and back and forth about it. And I do think it's very interesting. Despite the fact that some people will be like, it's not nuanced at all. It's 100% clear, cut and dry.
Yeah.
I think there is a lot of nuance to it. And I don't know, watch it and decide for yourself. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, I just felt angry after I watched it, and it's not how I wasn't angry in the way that they wanted me to be angry.
Yeah.
I don't
know. Well, let's shift gears. We got a few more movies to talk about. Send Help. We saw in the theaters. We just did an out of theater reaction. Do you have anything else you want to say about Send Help?
No, it was a fun time.
That was my favorite movie of the month.
Yep.
Rachel McAdams was great.
Yep.
The other guy was great. I can't think of his name.
Dylan
O'Brien. Return of Sam Raimi. He's back. I hope he follows it up quickly with something else original and awesome. Also, I think the writers from Friday the 13th, the remake, wrote that.
Really?
Which I thought was interesting. You might not think it's interesting, but
so interesting.
I want them to team together and just do like 4 more original movies just like that.
I mean, is it that original? It's basically Castaway, but with another person.
It's a lot of different. It's a blending of different things, but I think the concept itself and the way that they do it is original. Stranger Chapter 2.
Oh God, Jesus.
We were planning to go see Chapter 3 together because we're back, trying to get back into going to the theaters. That's the one that's coming out next weekend. So we watched Chapter 2. We had to get stars to get it, which there's a 7-day free trial on Amazon.
Yeah.
Watched this last night, and it's every bit as bad as most everybody said it is.
Yeah.
But it's also kind of fun just to watch it. This is the one I was talking about. Sometimes it's fun to just watch
a bad movie,
really shitty slasher movie.
It was terrible.
Speaking of, Send Help, there's a scene in this where she fights a wild pig.
Yeah.
And so we saw 2 movies within 2 days of each other where the lead actress fights a wild pig.
Yeah, and I had mentioned that it actually looked better than Send Help did.
It did.
Yeah, the wild boar in Send Help, it wasn't great with the CGI in my opinion. But surprisingly, in the Strangers movie, I thought that it didn't look bad.
Yeah, that's. I think you're right. But yeah, this was horrible, and I can't wait for Chapter 3. Okay, so you can talk about Don't F with Cats if you want to.
Quickly, I'll just mention it. So this is not a new documentary by any means.
2010, I think.
Well, that's when it happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think it came out in 2010.
Okay.
That's when the case came out. I don't know. Look it up for me.
I'll look it up for you. Talk about it.
But yeah, Don't F with Cats. This is on Netflix. It's a documentary. It follows this guy who was anonymously posting videos of him.
2019.
Okay. Of him killing cats. And I gotta say this documentary was hard for me to watch. They didn't show the entire videos of him doing this, thank God. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fucked up. Like I'll just quickly tell you, like in one of the videos, he takes one of those like bags that you can like decompress with the vacuum. He puts 2 kittens in there and sucks the air. He sucks the air out of it. And I mean, it's just fucked up really bad. like
and did you side with the cat killer in this one?
So, and then he does other stuff. And so anyway, it follows this guy and the manhunt and how these like internet sleuths, they like form this like group and they're like, we got to find out. Basically, these internet people were trying to find him before the cops even were in on it, But this guy, he ended up progressing from, torturing animals and killing them to killing a person. and filming that. And then that's when the cops got involved. And so it was kind of like these internet sleuths working with the police to take this guy down. And I mean,
it sounds interesting.
It was very enthralling.
Is it on Netflix?
It's on Netflix.
I need to try to watch it.
It was like 3 or 4 episodes. I think they were each a little over an hour long. So it's definitely like a little bit of a commitment. But I mean, I was wore out by the end of it because it's just I don't like to see animals get hurt like that. Like
and you watched all this while you were working.
Yeah, it just feels like it's just disturbing.
It sounds like it.
Yeah.
The Beast in Me and All Her Fault were 2 shows you watched. Do you want to talk about those? We didn't watch a lot of TV this month.
Yeah, the Beast in Me was a limited series on Netflix, and yeah, it was pretty good. It was pretty good. It had Claire Danes in it, and I can't think of the guy, but it's basically Claire Danes is playing this like well-known author. She is trying to write her own book, her next book. She has like writer's block, and then she gets a new neighbor, and he's like this big guy. I forget what he does. He's like a congressman or something, and he basically his wife has gone missing, and they think that he killed her. And so it's kind of just this like show about, did he actually kill her? And like Claire Danes kind of like becomes friends with him, and he's like, I want you to write about my life, my story. You don't think that I actually killed her, do you? And so it kind of takes you on that journey of, did he kill her or not? So it was pretty good. It also had that one guy from Breaking Bad, the older dude,
Mike,
he's in it. He plays the guy's dad. And so it was cool to see him in that. But anyway, yeah, it was pretty fun.
What's interesting? I don't know if I've ever seen Claire Danes in anything.
Not even Romeo and Juliet?
Romeo and Juliet maybe is the only thing.
Oh, okay.
But honestly, I don't even know if I watched that entire movie.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to think. Like, I know Claire Danes and she's very famous. Yeah. I don't know if I've ever seen.
Well, I think she was also in that like Criminal Minds or something.
She did a lot of TV. She was on Homeland.
Oh, okay.
Which is a TV
maybe
series.
That's what I'm thinking
but I never watched it.
Yeah.
And I know she was in movies back in the day when she got famous, but I just don't think I watched anything she was in.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's something, but I just can't think of anything.
Well, she kind of like got made fun of for this show. She was trending for a little bit because of like her facial expressions that she made in the show. Just very like exaggerated, like upset faces, and like it was kind of like all over the internet for a little bit.
She was up for Titanic after Romeo and Juliet, but she didn't want to do another.
You mean it's Rose? Mm-hmm. Oh, interesting. And then what was the other one? All Her Fault.
All Her Fault.
All Her Fault. That was another limited series. This had Dakota Fanning and
Sarah Snook.
Sarah Snook from Succession. And yeah, it was about like this mom gets her kid kidnapped, and you kind of find out that like you're wondering who was a part of this kidnapping. Like you kind of start thinking that like the family was in on it, or like the friend, because like this was like a very wealthy family.
Yeah.
So anyway, it kind of takes you on that little bit of a journey. For me, it was too drawn out. It could have been much shorter. I think it was like 8 episodes, and for me that was too much. But it was still pretty enjoyable, but not my favorite.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people online making fun of this show, like saying it starts off serious and then by the end it's like a parody or something.
Oh, really?
Or it feels like that.
Yeah.
But I didn't get the impression that you got that from it.
Yeah, I mean the ending is a bit like, really? Like, okay.
Yeah. All right, well that's everything. That's everything we watched. We got through it in a pretty good amount of time. I mean, it's an hour and 19 minutes, but it's a decent amount of time. You want to do a February preview real quick?
Sure.
Talk about a few movies we're looking forward to in February. I mean, there's going to be more stuff probably that pops up on streaming, things we're not aware of, but we've got Strangers Chapter 3 coming out next weekend. We already talked about, which I'll probably see, but you won't see.
Come on. You do not need to go see
I'll go see it. I'm committed right now. Dracula, which is a new Dracula movie directed by Luc Besson. Mm-hmm. And this is like 2 hours long. I really don't want to see this, but I might. Whistle, is a horror movie that's coming
Yeah,
out.
I'm kind of interested in that one.
Maybe that's one we can go to together then. That comes out next weekend.
I'm hoping it's got to be short, right? Hour 40 minutes.
I'm sure. That's what's good about those, little slasher horror movies.
And it sounds like kind of a little more original. So yeah, I'm kind of interested in that
one. Then next weekend, Valentine's Day weekend, is our big weekend getaway to well, I won't say where we're going.
Yeah, it'll be a surprise. We will have a video though.
We're going somewhere pretty huge and we'll have a video out.
So we're going to
see Wuthering Heights.
Yeah, which is my #1 most anticipated of the year. So I'm very excited. And it just so happens that it's going to be Valentine's Day weekend and we're going to make a little date out of it. And yeah, we're going
to do a trip.
Really looking forward to it. Yeah.
To a theater that we've never been to.
Yeah.
We'll just say that.
Yeah. Very excited.
Then good luck.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm very excited.
What's your interest in the movie though? Actually.
Not very interested at all.
Oh, really? Oh, that's a bummer. Okay. No. I didn't know what you were thinking.
It's a period piece romantic drama.
Yeah, but you like Saltburn. You don't.
I'm interested to see because you told me that there's more to it and there might be some really weird stuff going on. So I'm interested in that. I thought that's what you told me.
Well, I just meant it had that weird Saltburn vibe to it, like he's drinking bath water. Well, anyway,
I figured while we're up there, maybe when we get out of Wuthering Heights, we could go ahead and pop into Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die.
No, we won't. Be able to do that.
Right after, which
we'll
is
have
the new
to get home. I'm sorry.
Directed by Gore Verbinski film. Mm-hmm. So I'm looking forward to that though.
Could we not see that Thursday night?
I don't know. Maybe. Okay. It depends. We'll see what we got going on.
We won't be able to see 2 movies. Though, I'm sorry.
Crime 101.
No.
Comes out. It's Chris Hemsworth, Mark Ruffalo. I'll probably see that by myself. Then next weekend, a movie called Psycho Killer comes out. Some kind of new horror film, I imagine, with a psycho killer in it. And then after that, we got another movie with a psycho killer, Scream 7.
Yeah.
Comes out in February.
Which we'll be seeing. I'm not excited for it, though.
Not a huge month, honestly. I mean, we got Wuthering Heights and Scream 7 coming out this month. I don't see... And Whistle, I don't see any of these other movies, though, really doing bank at the box office or anything.
Yeah.
It's going to be another kind of lackluster month, I feel, for the box office. I mean, even the Scream franchise, isn't known for making a ton of money.
Yeah.
They do well, but they don't make 50, 60 million, something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking maybe Wuthering Heights might have the juice to...
Oh yeah,
to hit 50 or something, maybe.
Wuthering Heights is going to do well.
I think it might be pretty big, just because it's the only big thing coming out that month.
Yeah, I think all the girlies are going to go out and support this one.
I think it's going to be kind of when A Star Is Born came out, made 80 million opening weekend, but that had Lady Gaga, so all the Gaga fans came out to see it. But I kind of see a similar thing.
Yeah, I mean, Wuthering Heights, it's going to have all the book girls going. Trust me.
Okay.
I'm in the book community.
Yeah.
And people are freaking out.
Well, I didn't even put this on here, but Iron Lung. I didn't talk about Iron Lung. Okay. I did a little short on it, but I told you that my theater had quite a few people in it.
Right.
And I think his channel, his YouTube channel, Markiplier, has 40 million subscribers.
Yeah. That's
and
crazy.
Also this game has a little cult following, almost like Five Nights at Freddy's. So I feel this movie's going to make some money, and it had people in there, and they were fans.
Yeah.
Because I couldn't understand why people would be in there to see this movie.
Right.
Other than that.
It just kind of shows you that
there's so many fandoms out there that you're not even a part of.
Right. Everything has a community, a little secret community.
And the short I did on my channel is kind of blowing up, and I'm getting all these fans of the game.
Oh yeah.
Talking about it.
Yeah.
So I didn't even realize, but the movie was boring as hell and I did not enjoy it.
Yeah.
But I appreciated it. It was cool that somebody, he poured everything.
Got another YouTuber trying to make movies.
He did it all himself, produced it himself, funded it himself, starred in the movie, he did everything. So I appreciate what he did more than what Chris Stuckman did, honestly. Anyway, that's the episode 13, Married with Media podcast. We did it.
Yep.
5.
You need some lotion.
I do. My hands, it's very cold outside.
Mm-hmm.
we'll be back again, hopefully in, a couple of weeks or so, or maybe next week. It just depends.
Yep.
We'll try to get a couple of these out a month. But
make sure you like the podcast on whatever platform you're watching it on. Leave a comment if you feel like it.
Yeah, we always appreciate comments.
And check out some of our other, reviews on YouTube if you haven't seen those yet. We have several reviews on the channel from these movies that we've chatted about today. So
we kind of gotten into doing car vlogs. It's just easier for us to do that for movies we see in theaters. But if we watch something on streaming, we'll do it, in the recorded area. But anyway, thank you all for watching, and we will see you guys later.